For 15 Decembers, the card arrived like clockwork, glossy, cream envelope. My mother's careful handwriting, inside. My parents and my younger sister arranged in coordinated sweaters, standing in front of fireplaces, pine trees, rustic barns. Once even a staged, candid, snowball fight, scene's love from our family. I kept them in a drawer, I'm not sure why. Proof, maybe. The first year I wasn't in it, I was 19 and away at college. That made sense. The second year I was home on winter break. I remember hovering near the staircase while the photographer adjusted lighting in the living room. Should I? I started. Dad didn't look at me. You don't photograph well with us. It throws off the balance. I laughed because it sounded like a joke. It wasn't. After that, it became tradition. I'd help move furniture, hold coats, adjust my sister's hair. When the shutter clicked, I'd step aside. Every year the explanation shifted slightly. Color coordination, timing, you look tired. It's just the three of us this year. But the message stayed the same, you don't fit the frame. My sister used to glance at me during shoots. Apologetic, but not enough to step out of line. She was 14 the first time, I didn't expect her to argue. Over time, I stopped being present for the photos. I'd schedule shifts at work. Travel, the cards still came. Last November, my mother called with unusual brightness. We want you in the Christmas photo this year. The words landed oddly. Not warm, strategic. Why? I asked. It's time. Dad got on the phone briefly. It'll be nice to have the whole family represented. Represented, that word stuck. When I arrived at their house the morning of the shoot, there were more cars than usual. A photographer I didn't recognize. A woman with a clipboard. A man adjusting a backdrop that looked more formal than festive. Dad greeted me with a quick hug. Glad you could make it. The woman with the clipboard introduced herself as working with the local paper. They were doing a feature on families rooted in the community. Something about stability, generational values, and with your father's council campaign, she added, cat's a perfect fit. There it was. The photo wasn't for Christmas cards. It was for campaign material. My father had announced his run for city council 2 months earlier. I'd seen the yard signs online, strong families, strong community. I looked at the backdrop, neutral, respectable. Not the usual cozy chaos of our living room. This was polished, multi-generational presence polls well. The woman said casually, flipping through her notes. An adult daughter thriving independently reflects positively. Thriving independently. For 15 years I've been told I disrupted the aesthetic. Now I completed it. My mother handed me a sweater, cream of course. This will photograph beautifully. I held it. Felt the soft fabric between my fingers. My sister stood near the staircase, already styled. She met my eyes briefly. Something anxious there. I imagined the card this year, the four of us unified. No caption explaining my sudden appearance. Just the implication that I had always belonged. The photographer called us toward the backdrop. I set the sweater down. I can't do this, I said. No raised voice. No accusation, just a sentence. Dad frowned. Don't be dramatic. I'm not. I picked up my coat instead. The clipboard woman looked confused. The photographer checked his watch. This is important. My mother whispered sharply. For the campaign. I nodded. Exactly. I walked out before anyone could reposition me. No one followed. The air outside was cold enough to steady me. At home that evening, I opened the drawer. 15 cards. 15 years of curated absence. I laid them out on my kitchen table in order. Fireplaces, barns, snow, smiles. I didn't write anything emotional. I composed a single-page letter addressed to my parents, and copied the local newspaper editor, whose name was listed on the feature announcement. The letter was simple. For 15 years, I was not included in the annual family photographs sent publicly to friends, colleagues, and business associates. I was told I did not photograph well with the family. This year, I was invited to participate, coinciding with a political campaign highlighting strong family values. I declined. I enclosed the cards, labeled by year. No insults. No commentary beyond dates. Documentation speaks quietly. I mailed identical envelopes. 3 days later, my sister called. She didn't say hello. What did you do? Her voice wasn't angry at first. It was panicked. The paper pulled the feature. She said. They said they can't verify authenticity and representation. Dad's furious. I leaned against my kitchen counter. I didn't lie. I said. You made it public. It was already public. Every year. Silence. You could have just taken the picture, she said finally. It would have been easier. Easier. For whom? I wasn't gonna start existing because it was convenient. I said. She exhaled sharply. No. I answered. I stepped out. Dad never called. My mother sent one message: I wish you'd handled this privately. Maybe I should have. Maybe there was another way. The campaign issued a brief statement about family privacy. The yard sign stayed up, but the website quietly removed the family imagery. Christmas came without a card that year, no glossy envelope. No fireplace portrait. I didn't feel victorious. There was no celebration in my apartment. Just a strange quiet where the annual reminder usually landed. For the first time in 15 years. I wasn't waiting to see if I'd been cropped out. There was no photo at all, and that felt honest.